Hi Devils Lake, Rachel here with the Chamber of Commerce, and today I am sitting down with Jack Yunker at Traynor Law Firm here downtown Devils Lake. Jack, how's it going today?
It's going. It's been busy.
Yeah.
I think I originally intended to do this in my office, but I've had like 15 phone calls today, so I haven't had a chance to make it look nice enough to put you there. So instead, we get the conference room. That's where all the big business happens.
Very scholarly like in here. So just kind of get us started, Jack. Can you give me a little bit of history about Traynor Law Firm, how it started or when it started?
Sure. So Traynor Law Firm started in 1897 by the Traynor family. It's been in the family for generations now, obviously over a century. And it is one of the oldest law firms in the state. It's been always owned by a trainer.
Okay. And now there's two here, correct, right now? Or
There's
is there
just one.
Okay.
There's just one.
Okay.
Tom is the lone soldier left.
Okay.
But he's getting close to retirement. And there's not another trainer in the works, so probably it'll change hands sometime in the future and be non-trainer owned, but the name will stay the same.
Sure. Very interesting though.
Mm-hmm. And then there was Dan. Dan was appointed as a federal judge.
Okay.
So he's now the federal judge for the Western District of North Dakota in Bismarck.
Okay. So Jack, that kind of leads me to my next question of how many employees are here in your firm?
So we have 3 attorneys and 5 staff. Each attorney has its own, his or her own legal assistant or paralegal, and then we have a bookkeeper and basically a closing agent.
Okay. And you yourself told me you have a paralegal. Can you tell me a little bit about that and what she does for you?
Yes, she is basically she's almost like a miniature attorney that just works behind the scenes.
Okay.
That you never see in the courtroom. So oftentimes, people don't know this, paralegals often know almost as much about, they know generally as much, if not more, about, no, I'm gonna have to say, you're gonna have to edit this down. But generally, paralegals know almost as much as attorneys regarding procedure and kind of paper documents that need to be filed, kind of the formalities and processes for filing. So my paralegal, for example, she does research, she puts together discovery responses, she will start initial drafts of motions and briefs. She'll write and send letters to clients. She'll call clients. She'll schedule depositions. She basically does whatever I need help with.
Okay.
My wife.
She's your right hand.
She's my right hand. My wife is like, I would never want Andrea's job. It sounds horrendous. I can't believe she answers her phone every time you call her, because you always call her. No, but she's great. Anytime I need anything, I lean on her. And she kind of, the biggest thing she does, and most important, she keeps everything organized for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because there's a ton of deadlines and things that we have to be aware of, everything from briefing deadlines to court hearings, to discovery responses, to statutes of limitation, and kind of things like that. She's aware of all that and keeps everything kind of prioritized in order and doesn't let me forget anything.
That's good. Sometimes we need people like that.
Oh, yeah, I definitely do.
Okay, so kind of on that same topic a little bit, what are the some of the services that you guys provide here at a law office?
Sure. So because Devils Lake's a small community and we're considered a rural community, So sometimes you'll see articles in magazines that talk about the need for rural lawyers and practicing rural law. Generally, when you practice in an area like this, it's a general practice. And so what that really means is pretty much every area of law that's not super specialized, you practice. So super specialized areas that, we don't practice in would be like patent and copyright law,
Sure.
defamation kind of things. Those are a little bit more specialized areas. We don't do that.
Okay.
But we do, so our firm kind of has a litigation and civil law section, and then we have like a real estate and probate or estate planning section. So I do mainly civil litigation. So I do everything from family law, I do insurance defense, I do personal injury, I handle evictions.
Okay.
I also serve as the city prosecutor.
Okay.
And then I do a little bit of criminal defense as well. So kind of pretty broad focus there. And then the other side of our practice at our firm is the real estate and estate planning. Jason and Tom are the two attorneys that primarily do that, and that's a little bit more narrowly tailored than when you're doing litigation.
Yeah.
I just like to be in the courtroom.
Sure.
They're kind of.
I feel like it'd be pretty intense.
Yeah, they kind of stay at the office. They do the boring stuff like reading through wills and land documents like abstracts.
Okay.
I'd fall asleep doing that.
We each have our own little niche in life.
Yeah, but they're great. They're really good at that.
Yeah. So as an attorney, Jack, I know you have a lot of different things that happen within your day. You do a lot of different things. But what would you say is the most challenging part of your job?
Well, for me, it's probably, I think my paralegal lead would probably say this, it's probably time management. And that's just because of how many different cases we have going at one time. Because there's multiple deadlines within each case, and then having multiple different cases in multiple different areas of law just makes kind of juggling things, I'd say, challenging.
Yeah.
Because you really can't miss anything. But we got a pretty good system, I think. But that's always a challenge.
Yeah, I think that's totally reasonable. I mean, just based on what you're telling me, you guys can do in a day, it's like, whoa, pretty crazy.
It can be a bit, yeah.
Jack, can you tell me what Traynor Law Firm as a business values as a chamber member?
Yeah, we really value kind of how much the chamber does to promote businesses. One way it does it, often everyone sees, is just the events that it coordinates and puts on around town. We always have a chance to sponsor some of those. It's a good way to get our name out there. And I volunteer my time being on the chamber board. There's kind of a lot that goes on at the chamber and that the chamber does that people don't see, just in terms of advocating for certain events, attempting to bring more events and even tourism and things like that into town. Really, the goal is we always try to bring as much people, or as many people to Devil's Lake as possible.
Yeah, very, very cool. Well, I think it's really cool, Jack, that you guys value so much about the chamber, not just one thing that we do, but just knowing that there's a lot of work that goes into all of the events and things that we do to help other businesses. And I think it's really important for people to know that the chamber doesn't just promote retail, but we want to promote everybody here in the community. So having a law firm and being able to do this with you today, I think is great, and we very much appreciate that.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
I enjoyed interviewing with you, and we enjoy being members of the chamber.
Well, thank you.
I know you guys work really hard.
Yes.
Not all people probably know that. But you and Susie and Paul and everyone really do a lot of work, and so we really appreciate that.
We have a great community and great businesses here, and we just want to do the best for everybody here. So we appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
Yes. So let's say somebody needs legal help. How can we get in touch with you?
Well, they can just call the office is the best way to do it.
Okay.
And the easiest thing to do, call the office. It's 662-4077.
Okay.
One of 5 people will answer the phone. It'll be either Andrea, Liana, Jody, Paula, or my wife Kelly.
Okay.
Whoever you get the pleasure of speaking with. Tell them kind of what you need legal help for, and they'll be able to either set you up with an appointment or kind of help you out and tell you what the next steps would be.
Now, do you have a Facebook page or a website people can kind of find more information on?
We have a website.
Okay.
Working on the Facebook.
Okay.
But yep, our website is just traynorlaw.com. We're currently kind of making some changes on there, so it's not. It's up, but it's not perfect yet.
Well, that's all right. A work in progress.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Jack, I know you have a very busy schedule, so thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to sit down with us here for a center stage video and give us the rundown of a law firm.
No problem. Thanks for visiting.
Yes. Thank you.